I think that, of course, the media should be critical of Israel when it's deserved, but they shouldn't hold Israel to a standard that they don't hold to any other country in the world, even to themselves. Well, the mistakes have a context. Often the bias is subconscious, so that people are not even aware that they're being biased. In the past, there was an analysis done of mistakes in the New York Times about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Every single mistake was against Israel. Something like 70 mistakes were against Israel, 0 mistakes were against the Palestinians. The journalists themselves and the news anchors need to try and be balanced or fair. I mean, that's part of the job. A lot of them don't care. You know, I'm in touch with quite a lot of senior editors, and I myself pointed out mistakes to them in private meetings, and they kind of brush them aside. They don't care. It's not only errors today. We saw on the BBC an interview this morning with Naftali Bennett, and the BBC presenter said, take that down, we don't want to see that picture. Now, you have to understand the BBC this summer showed pictures of dead Palestinians day after day, hour after hour, much worse pictures. And there is a kind of unspoken policy at the BBC that when Palestinians are victims, they show the pictures in their bloodiest form. But when Jews or Israelis are victims, they don't want to see any pictures. Certainly, Israeli government officials could do a better job at public relations, there's no doubt. However, the amount of coverage, the amount of attention this small country receives is out of all proportion to the size and importance of the country. The BBC had more reporters in Gaza than they had when Britain helped invade Iraq in 2003 in Baghdad and Basra. In other words, the BBC had more foreign reporters in Gaza than they sent to Iraq and Afghanistan in wars that British troops were fighting in. And they would say, some of them, that it's not because they're against Israel. They would say it's because they care so much about Israel. That's maybe what they feel and say, but I have my doubts about it in many cases.